A lot of the things we have, a lot of things we take for granted, are created or built or invented to make things easier. That's what an engineer is finding a way to get the job done as efficiently as possible. And, you know, user ease is always a good thing. But I'm starting to think about it. A lot of the things that we push against, we go, oh, I don't like that. Why? It makes it too easy for the next group because I had to learn it the hard way. And I don't know, man. Maybe I need to rethink that. You know, uh, one of my early things that I didn't like that were easy were triggers on drums. I play drums and I like my acoustic set. I've played electronic drums before. They're good. They never quite feel right, so I move on. I stay with my acoustic drums. To play some of the speed metal that I play, you cannot get that air volume pushed as fast as possible with those double kicks. I can go as fast as I can and I can emulate it, but you don't get a good clean sound. What you need are triggers. You need the kick drum to be hit softly, fast, and then it'll amplify through the trigger. For years, I would consider that cheating. Truth is, you can only do so much, and if you want faster, more, bigger, better, faster, and all that, you're going to have to invent new ways to do it. When I took my college classes, I learned AutoCAD Release 12, and during my time learning it and mastering it, and I was going to get my degree in design and all that. They came out with Release 13, which was a GUI base. Click, click the icon that says circle, drag it where you want it, drag it. Pretty much made my degree obsolete while I was still getting my degree. It was it's easier. Anybody could do that. You used to have to do CLI, and it was all driven in. Now anybody can do it. Yeah, I was just listening. The thing that made me think about this was music. I was just listening to some music, some Scottish metal, and I'm hearing some notes on the bagpipes that can't be done on a bagpipe. They're called e-pipes. They're electronic, version of the pipes. And I used to go to Tim and the guys in the band, like, hey, let's try this, let's try that. And there were there are limitations to playing a set of the Highland pipes. There are certain notes you just can't get, a range. I'm sorry, you can always tune, but, there's a range you can't go outside of. So is it cheating? And at what point, I'm sitting here on a freaking phone instead of an old video camera, with a setup and all. It's easy. Is some filmmaker from, well, not that this is a film, for God's sake, I'm just an old man ranting into a phone, but for intents and purposes, is somebody who had to do this the hard way 10, 20 years ago bitching at me like, oh, he's just sitting on his ass, hasn't even showered today, look at that lazy bum. I'm doing it the easy way. We're always looking and striving to build and make it easier and better for us. And then when we learn it the hard way, we look at the other people and go, oh, they're cheating. They had it easy. I had to learn it hard. No, man, we're always doing better, faster, bigger, smaller, whatever our direction is striving for. We thought stereos were getting bigger in the 80s, and it turns out now they're getting smaller. Whatever it is you're looking to do, you can do it. You're just gonna have to deal with assholes like me telling you that it's cheating. And this isn't new. This isn't technology. Well, it is technology, but it goes way back. We're talking the days of stage performance, that being able to sing from the diaphragm. That's cute. You had your the master of the stage, Al Jolson. He could sing to the balcony, and he had that strong voice. And then along comes the microphone, and it makes things like Bing Crosby and old Blue Eyes and everybody else. They can sing, they can croon softly into the microphone, still reach the back end of the theater through speakers. Now, I'm sure that was considered cheating. The new way. It's always a little easier for the next crew, and we all just have to go, well, that's good. That's good. They won't have it as hard as I had it. They can learn something new. So I'm going to get a set of E-pipes and some drum triggers, and I'm going to make some music. No, I'm not. I'm still going to stick with my old acoustic drums, and I'm going to bitch about you goddamn kids and your rock and roll. I don't know, man. I'm just smiling. Make it easy on the next crew, man.